All right, and welcome to another episode of Real Laughs on 104.1. It is Thursday, May 14th, people, and this is James John, the voice you're hearing. I am joined in the studio with a bunch of funny guys who are about to make you guys absolutely laugh. We are a nightcap of comedy. I am joined in the studio with Miguel Colon Jr.
What's up, everybody?
We got Mike Hurley from the Obligatory Podcast.
Yep.
And we got the godfather of Orlando comedy, the man that myth himself, Mr. Ken Miller.
Want to rumble with the bee, huh? Put a hat on your whole family.
That's right. Shout out to the original Queen Bee herself.
Look,
guys, everybody.
I had that poster. Man. Y'all know the poster I'm talking about.
The hardcore, bro.
Oh, the hardcore, bro. That poster instantly triggered puberty into any boy who saw it.
My voice got deep after that poster.
Yeah, I was just like, it looked. There was a part of her that looked like biscuits popping out of a can. And
it's funny. It's funny you say that because today is National Buttermilk Biscuit Day.
Good. Coat them biscuits with some buttermilk.
Come up with these damn days, bro.
Next to Kwanzaa, James' favorite day of the year.
True. It's a close second, but yeah, it is National Buttermilk Biscuit. Now, real quick, guys.
Look, Kim had that buttermilk biscuit.
Boy, National Buttermilk Biscuit lets me know that like everybody in North Carolina, Tennessee, and South Carolina took the day off. Like, it's Buttermilk Biscuit Day. Remember, that's what we lived on during the war with the Northerners.
Hey, Ken, where can you buy the best buttermilk biscuits, bro?
Oh, Bojangles.
Oh, yes.
I think I'll tell you that Church's biscuit with that honey on it.
Yeah, but that ain't buttermilk, baby.
It ain't buttermilk, man.
I'll tell you,
Mike, we're talking about buttermilk biscuits. See yourself out of this.
I don't want to start no problems. Cracker Barrel has amazing.
No.
Yeah. Listen, the first ingredient in Cracker Barrel is like, hey, add some sawdust, and then let's cook this.
No.
Cracker Barrel dry.
Much like most of your life decisions, I'm gonna have to say you're wrong here, Miguel.
Telling you, Cracker Barrel.
Son, he said sawdust. No. They take them rocking chairs outside and dust them around. It makes biscuits out of them mugs, bro. You got Bojangles, baby.
Cracker Barrel biscuits are worn by the infantry to deflect bullets. Like it's hard. It's a dude right now in Ramadi on a rooftop with nothing but Cracker Barrel biscuits hanging from his Kevlar, and he's like, "Hey man, this is my second chance vest. It's just 3 Cracker Barrel biscuits and 1 dry ass pork chop."
You know Cracker Barrel biscuits hard when they harder than Public sub bread.
Yeah.
Oh man, why you got those shots in Public, man?
Dude, you gotta chop a Cracker Barrel biscuit up like it's cocaine with a little razor blade.
Like crack
on a mirror. Yeah.
True story. No. True story. 300 miles of Trump's wall is built with Bojangles biscuits. There you go. I said it. They ran out of cinder blocks. They just went with Bojangles.
Okay, all right. That was a good one. That was good, yo.
Me and James went to a place in North Carolina when we were doing the show in Cary, North Carolina. And it was just a biscuit place. Do you remember that? And then we got that Biscuitville. Oh, yeah. Oh my God, I got that pork chop biscuit.
I was gonna say Biscuitville, but I didn't know if you guys ever heard of it. But Biscuitville has their biscuit sandwiches 100 times better than Bojangles.
There is an old black man behind the window just making biscuits all day.
Bruh, you had the pork chop, the bologna biscuit.
That's where it's at.
Bruh. Slap your mama, B.
I'm gonna tell you how good Biscuitville is. It's so authentic. Like the cook don't even know he's free. Like, he has no clue.
And it's open from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah,
it's 6 p.m. to 2 p.m. Best breakfast I've ever had. But I didn't know if you guys knew Biscuitville.
Yeah,
so I only went that time. Yeah,
I got a biscuit with a map to Canada in it. It was a
He was like, "Yo, what is this?" You get into it, and it was paper. Like, what?
Yeah. James was looking at the menu, and he was like, "What does that say over there? Does that say honey butter?" She goes, "Don't let them know you can read."
Yeah,
boy.
Mike, have you ever had Biscuitville?
No, man, no.
It's a Carolina. It's a Carolina breakfast place. It's Carolina breakfast. It's good though, bro.
I'll have to check it out next time I go through. Charlie Bowie and I, we got a big thing with finding like barbecue places, but we're never up in time for breakfast. But we'll make a point of it now.
Well, it's 6 to 2, so you can, you get up at like 1 o'clock. You can run up in there, dude. And the crazy thing is, when I do Biscuitville, I get like every biscuit. So I get the hot links biscuit, a sausage biscuit, a chicken biscuit, a pork chop biscuit. I get all them biscuits, and then I drive back to Florida, and that's my food.
Just eat. Man.
Is it a chain or is it just one place?
It's a chain. It's a chain.
Okay.
I think just North Carolina. I've never seen them anywhere but North Carolina.
And there's a dude behind the glass that you can see.
You can see him making the biscuits.
Yeah, and he's just singing hymns and looking at you.
Oh, dude, it's legit. It's one of the things I miss. It's one of the things I miss about North Carolina. Biscuitville is one of them.
He told me to give a message to Harriet when I see her.
Yeah, he said, "Tell her I'm swinging through tonight." So she better have that candle lit in the tunnel.
It reminds me, what's the story of remember the Japanese dude that was on that island and didn't know the war was over? That's the dude in Biscuitville. He's yo, like we free, bro. Like
I can't
you better hush up.
Yeah, you want to be smart? Do what I did last time. I put on a Confederate colonel outfit, and I was like, "The war needs these biscuits for the effort." They was just making me biscuits and like, "Is it true that the North is pushing through?" And I was like, "My dearest Annabelle, it is true that the secession of our nation depends on these biscuits. And should Biscuitville fall, so will our government."
Yo, I come in there with this look. The guy like Morgan Freeman. I like, I went to 51st.
Yeah, give him hell 51st.
51st.
They got a station in Biscuitville where they also clean your flintlock pistol. You know what I mean?
Yo, son, give them Joe. That'd be so funny if I walk out of Biscuitville. They're like, give them hell 51st.
51st? Oh my shoes, sir. Shoes. He just wanted shoes.
Yo, what we supposed to be talking about, bro? Y'all
biscuits,
crazy,
man. Biscuits. My biscuit, my blender, my burn. You remember when Biscuit was a nickname for a gun can in rap?
Yes,
like,
bro. In the 90s, bro.
Yeah, I miss 90s gun nicknames.
Son,
Biscuit, I gave a biscuit.
Gat,
Biscuit, Blammer, Burner, Gat, Thule.
Yeah. That thing.
That thing, yo. Yeah, I'm gonna get the whistle. Hey, don't let me get my whistle.
Hey, he got the hammer. He got the hammer. He got the hammer on him, bro.
Burner was the one though. Burner was always the
Burner. I still say Gat, and I say it in situations where I know, like I forget, and I'm just like, and I forget that like
you old.
Yeah, I'm old, man, and I'm like, yeah, man. I'm like, you got like I've said before. When I'm on like Busey's property, he's got 80 acres. So sometimes when we go out deep into like some of the wooded areas, which we found beautiful things like springs and everything out there. But sometimes when we're out there, I'll make sure somebody brings like a shotgun or something because there's wild hogs, coyotes out there and stuff. I just want these animals to scatter. But I'll catch myself talking to like one of these young cats who work for us. And I'm like, you bring the gat?
You got the gat, yo.
I don't. I'm like, you know the biscuit, the blammer, the burger, the tula.
Yo, he pulls out the shotgun. Oh, you got the shotty? You got the shotty?
You got the shotty, man?
You got the shotty, bro? Yeah.
I do not know which the gat in which you speak. I don't understand what that is.
But here's the funny part. If any of them cats were military, even if they're 21 years old, I'm like, you got the gat? They're like, yeah, man, I got the tool right here. Like,
the tool.
Yeah.
I miss 90s hip hop, man.
Oh man. All the good slang, bro.
Hey, Mike, if you want to go get yourself a drink or make something to eat real quick.
Mike, you know a little bit of hip hop. Like who's your favorite rapper, Mike? If you had to pick a favorite rapper, who would it be?
And don't say Eminem.
And don't say Eminem.
Snow.
Informer, you know, like I play I like keep boom down.
Son, I almost spit my drink out. This bro, I almost called you an MF. This dude said Snow.
No. Hey, be real though. When Daddy Yankee did that joint with the Snow beat, I don't know if y'all heard that one, but I was like, man, he made Snow hard.
At least Mike didn't say, hey, how about that Vanilla Ice? Am I right?
Hey, I don't care what none of y'all say. Ice Baby go hard, bro. Go read the lyrics to that song.
Oh my God!
In the mug,
to the extreme, I rock a mic like a candle, light the stage and burn a pump. Oh, to the extreme, rock a mic like a vandal, light the stage and burn a pump like a vandal. Jamming.
Yeah,
when you get the shade with the gauge, shade with the gauge. I wanted to know who Shade was to this day because he's the one who rocks the gauge, but Vanilla with the 9.
Yo, what was his movie? What was the movie he was in?
Cold as Ice.
Yo, that joint got 3% on Rotten Tomatoes, bro.
No, it didn't. They took that 3% away.
Hey, you know what it was? Cold as Ice was the white under the graffiti bridge. That's all it was. That's all it was.
I only line I remember, he said, "Yo, drop that 0 and get with this hero."
And that was it. After that, I turned the movie off, and I was like, I'm done. It's never gonna get better.
Yo, man, let me put that on my movie list. I'm watching that tomorrow.
Yeah,
you know what?
Man.
You know what he's doing now?
Building and flipping houses.
Yep.
Yeah,
I met him at West Palm Beach Improv. I was at West Palm Beach. Yeah, because he lives in that area, and it was like everybody was going crazy. I'm like, what everybody wilding for? I mean, I know I'm here, and so you know, West Palm Beach got that shopping area right before you get to the Improv.
Yeah,
so I'm walking to go get a shirt for the show, and I was like, and I walked past, like, yo, you Vanilla Ice? He was like, yeah. It just kept walking. I'm like, he was super cool. I talked to him.
You can call me Rob.
Yeah, right. You can call me Rob Van Winkle.
Van Winkle. Yeah.
Hey, no, let's go with Vanilla.
2004, Vanilla Ice came to, I want to say, the Music Barn in South Carolina. Yeah, it was the Music Barn. He came over there to perform. And me and all my homeboys, I was visiting. I lived here in Florida, but me and my homeboys were like, let's go to Vanilla Ice concert. Let's go see this. So we went like 14, 15 deep. And we started chanting Suge Knight, Suge Knight. Wow. And the whole crowd started chanting Suge Knight. And Ice got all mad and tried to walk off. And my buddy Odie rushed the stage, and we all ended up rushing the stage. And Odie stopped Vanilla Ice and was like, you get back on the mic. And then security tried to come up, but there was like 15 of us, and they were looking at Vanilla Ice like, you're going to finish the show. And then Vanilla Ice finished the show with all of us hanging out on stage chanting Suge Knight.
Yo, y'all some rude MFers, man.
I had to Google it real quick. Son, his album was #1 for 16 weeks and sold 15 million. Like, nobody sells records like that anymore. Like the 90s, like people bought records, and like for you to be #1 on Billboard was like a big thing. Like, is Billboard even a thing now?
Dude, if you were in the top 100, you were getting another album.
Yeah. It's all about streams right now. But
it's all about, because you went gold. Rappers were happy to sell 500,000. Yo, EPMD always talking about going gold.
Gold record.
Like, you went gold. You went gold.
But,
you was that dude.
Okay.
I'm like Eric and Parrish. How much dollars were you really making?
But you know what? You know who changed all that? Because they used to be happy with going gold, Ken, you're right. But Puffy changed all that. If you were working at Bad Boy and you didn't go platinum, you didn't get a second album.
They took the shiny suit right off you.
And I believe that because everybody went, all his artists, their first albums went platinum. Black Rob album, which is, by the way, classic.
I dare you.
Classic, bro. Classic album. Me. That album went, Shine album went platinum. Like, everybody first album went platinum, but Puffy just was too busy ripping people off.
Yeah, he was.
Best line on Black Rob album is "Finger near your," like, no.
Guys, don't go anywhere, because when we come back on Real Laughs, we're going to have Miguel do a Throwback Thursday. So don't go anywhere. 104.1. Welcome back, everybody. You are still listening to Real Laughs on 104.1. I am your host, James Eon. I'm in the studio with Mike Herlihy, Miguel Colon Jr., and we got Ken Miller. Everybody still feeling good?
Man.
I'm talking about, man, it's a good day today. And we just were talking about biscuits because it's National Biscuit Day. So hurry up and go get yourself one. Biscuits.
And we talking about biscuits, not the gun, not the burner, B.
Not the burner, not the ratchet.
The Thule,
not
the ratchet.
Thule.
Let's make one. I would make one up too. Be like, be like the biscuit, the blammer, the burner, the ratchet, the straw.
The deuce, baby. The deuce. The Trey Deuce.
I'm gonna call it the Bama.
Yeah.
All right. The Bama. All right,
the
guys.
The T-Rex hand.
That's right. Because it's backed by popular demand, because everybody asked for it. It is time once again for Miguel to take us on a Throwback Thursday.
What up, everybody? We're taking it back, way back to back in the days when you rocked the Puma with the fat laces. No copyright infringement. All right. Guys, I'm a nostalgic person. I think I collect memories, and I don't know if you guys are the same way. I mean, like I said, I have cans of letters people wrote me, pictures, memories of songs, smells, taste, take me back to places. And so I get really absorbed in reminiscing. And one of the things I was thinking about earlier today when I was getting in my car is that now, you know, I've had a bunch of cars in my life, and I've had cars that I loved. I've had cars that meant the world to me. But now my car is a vehicle. It's something that I like, and I bought it because I like it. But it's a vehicle that gets me places. Yeah. But I remember when I was 15 years old, and BJ got the first car in our crew. And it was me, Willie, and BJ. And we got to travel, and it changed the game for us. Because now we didn't wait for anybody to take us anywhere. We weren't those dudes walking around. And I'm going to tell you this much, and I can't talk for kids now, but I know there was a difference between the guy walking and the guy driving when it came to girls. Oh, and the guy walking, man, he had to have 36% more game. And the guy driving just had to pull up like, hey. And when I was young, it didn't matter if you had a really nice car. That did matter more. But first it was wheels. Get wheels to get you somewhere. And then the hoop ride, man. And we would go to parties in different neighborhoods. In fact, Johnny Farmer, before BJ got his car, Johnny Farmer was part of the older kids crew. And me and him used to take his dad's hoopty out. I was like 12 years old, and he was like 15. He didn't have a license. The car didn't have a plate. We would just take it out. And one time, we accidentally rear-ended this woman, and luckily it was a metal bumper because it's old school. And we didn't have a driver's license. We didn't have a license plate on the car. We didn't have insurance in the car. So the woman asked us for our name, and Johnny told her his name was Suge Knight. He said, Suge Knight.
Bro, you got an infatuation with Suge Knight.
Hey, all day. He was the man. 1993? Tell me everybody didn't. Johnny told him the name was Suge Knight. He wrote down some fake numbers. And she was like, I think it'll be fine. I'll bump it out. But having the car, man, that changed the game. The crew was able to travel. And I don't know. Like I said, James, your kids all have cars, right? Like, or they have vehicles?
They're blessed enough to all have vehicles, bro. All the kids that are able to drive.
And they don't go anywhere, right?
They don't go not one place. I'll ask my kids like, yo, man, it's Friday night. You guys don't have any work to do. You don't have anything holding you back. Call up a friend and go out. They're like, out? Why? I could just talk to them on the phone. Yeah, out there, Dad. Yeah, they don't go anywhere. They are so boring compared to when we were growing up, man.
For me, they stuck in a house like Brer Box.
They are, bro. Like, before Corona was out, bro, they was in the house. But for me, man, I remember. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna. Did you have a car? Yeah,
we did. But my friend, I'm gonna make sure I kind of say this in the right kind of way. I don't know how to say it. He was of the Colombian descent. I don't know what his parents did, but they did very well. He got a brand new car at the ripe age of 14 years old. Yo, but for real, if you buy a brand new car for your 14-year-old, something's up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's called good parenting.
Yo, his parents was Fouché from Bad Boys 1.
Yeah,
bro. And the thing is, his parents thought it was okay for him to drive at 14.
Nice.
And I was a dumbass. I was like, yeah, it's cool for me to ride in the car with him. Bro,
no, that's not dumb.
Bro, we would go everywhere in that car. And because he was young and he had a nice car, girls were very girls needed rides and they needed
places. This Orlando or Tallahassee?
Kissimmee. This is Kissimmee, bro.
Because in Carolina, my homeboy, he was 15 and had a car.
The Cinderella license. In the
country, you be 14 or 15. If you can drive a tractor, you can drive a car.
Well, it's different in the country with the back roads and whatnot. Not a lot of cops, because that's what we did in the country. When I would go visit my grandmother in the summer, we would all drive at like 15 because you don't have to worry about cops. Yeah. We were right here in the city, bro. It was insane. And we would go out all the time. Like all the time, like nothing was wrong, but we had some good ass times in that hoopty, bro. It changed the dynamic of our whole group. People knew that we were a little crew and that we had a nice car. So, Life was good in high school in the beginning.
Nice.
I got caught. I was 14 years old, and I was driving my homeboy's car back from the mall because he went with some girls. And
You
I was
got caught?
at a stoplight. Yeah, I was at a stoplight, and my homeboy Nate's mom just pulled up next to me and looked at me and was staring at me. And there was 2 passengers in the back of the car, and my homeboy's brother next to me. And I just put the car in park, opened the door. They're like, "What you doing?" I was like, "I'm going home, man. She gonna call my mom." I was like, I just left him at the stoplight. I was like, "I'm going home, yo." They're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Hey, man, I'm about to get my ass whooped at home, so I gotta go." I want to get my ass whipped early so I can go watch TV afterwards.
Yeah. Just left him there. Like y'all figure it out. Y'all figure it out
at the stoplight, engine running. About you, Ken, man. Your homeboys have a car when it all set off?
Yeah. I was shout out to my homeboy Alex Watson. I'm gonna make sure to tag him in this because he loves this story. So Alex had the car. We had a Toyota Tercel.
Ooh.
And Toyota Tercel. And I didn't have a license. I didn't get a license until I got in the military. That's a whole nother story. So Alex didn't have a license either, but his mama would let him drive everywhere. And we played on the basketball team together. So he would take me home from practice. So one night we were leaving practice. We're working, before you could do Bluetooth, everything, we both of us doing the radio, and we look up and I said, "Oh," and bam, we hit a Jaguar.
Oh.
So we the Tercel got the big bumper, so we bounce off, and I'm like, "Oh my God." Alex, like, "I ain't got a license." I said, "Me neither." He says, "Yo, I'm a run." And I said, "I'm not running." He said, "I'm a run." I said, "Alex, we're not running." Guess who gets out the car? My history teacher, Miss Lackey. She walks over to the thing. She said, "Hey, boys, can I see y'all license?" Alex is like, "Man, we don't have a license." Now, understand this. Nothing happened to a car. Nothing. The school resource officer happened to pull up. He's looking. No damage at all. She reports us $1,500 in damage is what she said. So Alex gets his license like right away and then goes to court. And Miss Lackey doesn't show up for court. So they drop all the charges. She doesn't show up. They drop all the charges. Nothing happens. I end up graduating high school, going to the military. I had a military driver's license before I had a civilian driver's license.
Why though, man?
Bruh, I could drive a dude. My mama said she wouldn't put me on her insurance. Because in North Carolina, you get your license, you got to go on the insurance.
Yeah.
So she won't put me on insurance. So I didn't worry about it. I had a bus driver's license. I could drive a deuce and a half. You know what a deuce and a half is, bro. I could drive a 5-ton, a Humvee, everything. I failed my first driver's license test. I could drive a bus. Dude, in Arizona, where I got my license, you got to do a 3-point turnaround. I backed up over the cones, and I said, "What's next?" The lady says, "You come back tomorrow." Nothing. You failed.
Yeah, exactly.
So I came back the next day. I passed, got my driver's license, bought my first car, which was a Mitsubishi Mirage. No, just a cassette tape in it, and I put some 12s in the trunk.
And you put some tweeters in it too.
Put some tweeters and 12s in the trunk. In it. Bro, and I drove that car like crazy, man. But yeah, man, my first experience, my best friend Alex from high school had a Toyota Tercel. None of us had a license, but we had a car, and girls loved it.
That's the best.
How did he get the car, Ken?
His mama. It was his mama car. His mama had my wife heard girls loved it and walked in the door. His mama
I gotta go, guys.
Remember the Corsica?
Yeah.
He had a white Corsica. And we had a blue Toyota Tercel, and I was a senior, and Alex was a junior, and she used to let Alex drive, and as long as I put gas in the car, he didn't care, and I was working, and he wasn't working, so I worked at a place called Parker Brothers Chicken and Fish, yo. I used to sell fish and chicken after school, and I would put gas in the car. Me and Alex, my mom would like, "Be home by 11," and Alex would drop me off at like 2 in the morning, and then I would climb in the window. I would climb in the window of the house and hang out, but he was the dude that had the car, and we just hung. And me and Alex been friends for 20-something years, man. And we tell people that story all the time. So I'm gonna make sure to tag him in this.
Funny thing is, Alex still don't have a license. Like,
he was in my wedding, James. He was, and in my wedding.
Still got that Corsica.
Yeah, he's still driving. No. Matter of fact, he has a Toyota Camry where the AC doesn't work, so he has to pull the windows down. He came and picked me up. I was like, "Yo, can we cut the AC on?" It don't work, bro. I was like, North Carolina, B.
If your AC doesn't work in Florida, then your car doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like,
it's Carolina, so it's Carolina. You can get away with AC in Carolina, but so that's my first car experience.
It's funny you say that, Miguel, because my car's AC just went out.
Ew, you gross.
So I just left it at Walmart. I didn't even drive it back. I walked.
By the way, guys, real quick, my wife said hello.
Oh,
hey, LaShawn.
Is that what we've come to in the radio show? We just got people in other rooms like, "Ooh, I want to be on radio."
I need a refill, bro.
Yeah. Hey, ask LaShawn, can you come outside, Ken?
I'm good.
Oh, that was on a side note of throwbacks. That was the worst when somebody came knocking on your door late, and it's like 10 o'clock at night. It's like doom doom doom, and my mom will be like, "Who's that at the door?" And I'm like, "Please don't be one of my friends. Please don't be one of my friends."
Yeah.
They're like, "Hey, what you doing?" Be like, "You gotta go."
Nah, bro.
You gotta go.
I got the throwback for you. When you told a girl to call you at a certain time, and you get sitting there waiting for the phone,
hold the button.
You're like, hello.
Because if your mama picked that phone up, like, don't be calling my house here this late.
Bro, I sat on the phone with a girl I can never forget, man. Courtney Jarrell. I never forget her. We sat on the phone till like 4 a.m. You hang up. Nah, you hang up. Till like 4 o'clock in the morning. Just not even talking about nothing. Just like there's just silence.
Nothing,
like what were we doing in the 90s where we just sat on the phone with a girl like?
Because if you knew if she was there quiet on the phone, wasn't no other dude talking to her. You know, that's what it was. You're like, just stay on the phone.
Yo,
stay on the phone.
Right, Mike, we skip you, man. We got to make sure you know what car you had, bro.
He still got it. It's the PT Cruiser. He's like, got it in 97.
Which one got the purple one? You got the purple one, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Man. I had 2 PT Cruisers.
Okay, I remember. I know both of y'all had one. I didn't remember. Who
you
had
got him off the set of the Bling Bling video. Remember they had the PT Cruiser. They're like, give me everything you got, Plymouth.
Yo, I used to like my PT Cruiser before it stopped liking me. It just broke down. It gave up on life.
Do they still make them things?
No,
bro. No, nobody. No. They don't make those. Those are horrible cars, bro.
It was just like, you know what? They were like, you know what we need this car to look like? Like it could take you a surfboard, like an old Woody. What kind of engine do you want to put in it? Set it to Rabbit.
Don't go anywhere. When we get back, we're going to be talking our favorite thing, our favorite action movies from back in the day, because we love movies here. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back, right here on Real Laughs 104.1, your nightcap of comedy. Welcome back, everybody. You are rocking with Real Laughs on 104.1. We are your nightcap of comedy. I'm your host, James Yan, in the house. I'm joined by 3 very funny comedians. We got Miguel Colon Jr., Mike Hurley, and we have the godfather of Orlando comedy, Ken Miller, in the house. Now, guys, I want to talk something that's near and dear to my heart because I'm a movie guy and I love movies. I'm talking about action movies. Now, like a couple episodes ago, we talked about Extraction. That's the new movie that's on Netflix starring Chris Hemsworth from the Thor fame. All those movies, man, really great movies. It's a great action film. And it's kind of a throwback to 90s action where it was just nothing but nonstop shooting, killing, kicking, punching. It just took me back, man, to my favorite movies growing up. Now, I want to know, you guys, you have a favorite action movie? It doesn't have to be a great movie, but it's your favorite action movie. You know what I'm talking about? It gives guys what they want. Ken, you got one?
My 2 favorite action movies.
Okay.
Tango and Cash and The Last Boy Scout.
Oh,
yes,
man.
yes.
So the doesn't have to be good part. That's big on you.
It was Tango and Cash is on the day, man. Tango and Cash and The Last Boy Scout. They're so bad.
Yeah,
but I could just watch them. Like, matter of fact, after this show is over, I'm going home to watch The Last Boy Scout.
My favorite part in The Last Boy Scout, not even favorite part, but the most unbelievable over the top part is where the cop stops the bad guys in the car. And the cop's like, hey, does it seem to be some kind of problem here? He's like, yes, officer, there's too many bullets in this gun. And he shoots the cop.
It's so bad, bro. It's so bad, but it's so good. And I was watching Tango and Cash today, and I was like, they could totally remake this. I totally take a remake of this. Like, I love Tango and Cash, but Tango and Cash, Last Boy Scout will be my 2 favorite action movies of all time.
Now, what I took from Tango and Cash was one of the most famous action movie lines ever. He's like, "We're about to get FUBAR."
FUBAR.
F up beyond any recognition.
Yeah.
But those would be my 2. Those would be 2. Mike, what's your action movie, Mike? What's your go-to action movie?
I don't know, man. I'm pretty simple. Like, I'm still a fan of all the, except for the last Indiana Jones. Love all the original Indiana Jones, like Temple of Doom and everything else. I just think those are great. And then, yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm a Bruce Willis fan. Like, so Last Boy Scout is great. That opening scene where the player's just running down the field.
Billy Blank,
Billy Blank,
yeah. And he knows he has to score, so he just pulls out the gun and starts blowing people away. And yeah, then of course all the diehards pretty much. But my favorite diehard is the one with Samuel L. Jackson, because I felt like that was what that franchise needed at the moment. Yeah. You know, you needed Samuel L. Jackson to bring it back. And then when they did the Die Hard, where Bruce Willis is like with his son years later, I think the last one.
Yeah, that's the last one in Russia. Yeah. And was the daughter in that too? I know the daughter was in the one before that when the dude was trying to rob the government for all its money.
Oh, really?
Because it's always about money.
Before that. Yeah.
Die Hard's always about money. Like, they're always trying to steal some money at the end of it.
It's a heist at the end of it.
Always a heist. Always a heist.
And then, you know, all the Taken movies are good, but at one point you just go, man, how come his whole family just can't stay out of trouble? You know?
Yeah.
It's like, you didn't learn after the first one? Yeah. Round the clock security, man. Come on.
That bitch need to stay home. How about that?
How about that?
All right, Miguel, what you got? Action movies, Miguel. What you got?
Man.
Favorite.
Like, I'm a huge action movie fan, so it's hard to say. Die Hard is one of my favorite movies because I could watch that movie over and over again, man. I love it. It's got the thing I love about Die Hard is it's one of the first times that the action hero was an everyday man who wasn't this big buff guy. He was getting beat up and hurt. And he was trying to outsmart these guys. The bad guys are good in Die Hard. Alan Rickman's not like a big tough guy. He's just smart and slick. But I like bad action movies too. And I loved like Marked for Death with Steven Seagal.
Oh my God!
When he's going up against the Jamaican crew.
Yeah.
Oh man, I liked when they started making like 90s hip hop themed black action movies like Posse. You remember Posse? Oh man,
I remember that. Romeo Must Die.
Yeah. Oh well, I mean, not a John Woo film, but when they started doing John Woo films big, like Face Off. Oh man. Face
Off is my movie. Face Off and Gone in 60 Seconds.
60 Seconds. I want to take his face off. They're like, no more drugs for that man. Oh, you know what? You know what's a dope one? The Rock.
The Rock,
man.
Yeah. I like Con Air too.
Con Air is really good, man. Because there was some intelligence. Like the bad guy in The Rock. What's his name? Oh my God, he was
the
like,
general.
The general, yeah. He was,
and then Candyman was one of the other bad guys, right? Was one of the bad guys.
And the thing about The Rock is he's bluffing. Like the bad guy is bluffing because he just wants the military to acknowledge the special forces operatives who have been killed.
But Candyman, like, I want my money,
I want my money, sir. Yeah,
I'm not a soldier. We get paid.
I'm
a merc.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now, my all-time favorite action movie, and it's not a good movie, I know that already, but it had everything you wanted from an action movie in the 90s. I mean, the 80s. It was over-the-top action, unbelievable. There was no semblance of reality in it, and it was just fun to see. And that is Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, that's great.
I need to put that on my list, bro. Never seen it.
You haven't seen it?
You've never seen it? Look, it's got Kurt Russell and Kim Cattrall. So
I got a list of movies, B. Listening, y'all got a list of movies, yo.
Look at how old you are, man. You're like Captain America running around with your list of things young people telling you to watch.
I've never seen any of the Back to the Futures.
What? That's because for black people, there's no time travel scenario that sounds like a good idea.
No, we wouldn't go. Miguel, we wouldn't go back next week, like last week.
You guys you'll do 2008 to 2015.
Let me tell you,
I hate
to spoiler alert. The future's not looking too good for you either.
You son of a bitch, Michael.
Look, I got talking to y'all guys. I got a list. I would say this with the Indiana Jones. I might have seen Temple of Doom. I think that might be it.
That's Temple of Doom.
You never saw Raiders?
I don't think I've seen Raiders
with the rolling boulder in the beginning of the movie.
I've seen bits and pieces of it. I don't think I've seen it from beginning to end. But I'm putting that on my list too.
Have you
Indiana Jones?
Have you ever seen any of the Jack Ryan movies, like Clear and Present Danger, Patriot Game? Okay.
Yes.
Clear and Present Danger. Hunt for Red October is really good. I think it's probably the most educated. Clear and Present Danger is the best though. When they're going at the Colombian drug cartel. And then,
I like Jack Ryan though.
I love Jack Ryan.
I like Jack Ryan on Amazon.
Amazon, yeah.
I like his show.
Have you been watching the series now?
Yeah, it's so good,
series?
bro. It's so good. That's the one that we do keep up with. We keep up with that series.
That's my question. They remade the Jack Ryan series with this. Is there an 80s movie or a classic action movie that you think deserves to be remade? Because that's the problem.
I got
Something
three
shouldn't
of them.
be remade. What do you got?
I got three. My first one is They Live.
Oh, wow.
They Live.
Good one.
Who would you cast in that?
Okay, so the white as Roddy Piper, I will go ahead and put what's the dude that do this?
John Cena.
Oh, you don't
we need John Cena, and then Idris Elba.
Okay.
I like that.
I'm all for it. I'm all for Idris in anything. Like
my
that
second
guy
one would be Tango and Cash. I want that one remade.
Yeah.
And then my third one would be Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Outer Space? Oh,
wow!
Because it's so bad, I needed to be remade.
If they remake it though, I want it to be like Guillermo del Toro presents. Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
It has to be him.
No,
it has to be him.
And it's got to be so serious where it's like, you know, like it's like, damn, man, it's got like Maggie Gyllenhaal and Benicio del Toro. The girl who played 11.
I don't like clowns. I'm not scared of them. I never seen any of the It's. Not It from the old days.
Really?
Now.
The new ones are pretty good, man.
Yeah, I'm really okay. Let me put it on my list.
Put it on.
But, Killer Clowns from Outer Space is the only scary movie that really terrifies me. That and Shocker.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were gonna say Shatas.
No, Shocker scares me because I really think somebody might come through my TV and kill me while I'm asleep.
You guys probably don't remember this movie because I think I'm the only one who watched it because my dad used to love it. There was a movie called Real Men in 1987. It had John Ritter and Jim Belushi. And basically Jim Belushi
was a cop. Yes,
well,
that was a great movie.
Jim Belushi was like a CIA operative.
Yes,
his partner gets killed, and his partner looks just like John Ritter. So basically, they go get John Ritter, this nobody, weak accountant type guy, and they throw him into the middle of like 2 days of we need you.
What's the name of that movie again, Mike?
Real Men.
I add that to my list.
I would love
to see that movie.
I would love to see that remade. It's so funny. It's that fish out of water type. You know, just badass action movie, but also
I can get it for free. It's on Stars.
I tell you one I'd like to see again. It wasn't a good movie. I loved it. If Looks Could Kill with Richard Grieco.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Richard Grieco. There's a part, he's a spy. He's a kid in high school who has the same name, Michael Corbin, as a deep cover operative for the CIA. They mix up their flights, and now the CIA and like MI6 think Richard Grieco is the spy, and the other guy gets killed. So the MI6 picks him up. They're picking him up in the airport, and he's like, "I'm not Michael Corbin." And they're like, they're doing the whole like Q James Bond scene. They're like, "These are your gadgets." He's like, "I'm not Michael Corbin. I'm a high school kid." They're like, "This is your gun." He's like, "I'm not Michael Corbin. I'm a high school kid." And then this red Lotus pulls up, and they're like, "This is your car." And he looks at it. He goes, "Michael Corbin, deep cover operative for the CIA."
Do you think Richard Grieco just has like sitting in his trailer or wherever he lives now has a picture of Johnny Depp on the wall and he just keeps throwing darts at it all day long? It should have been me. It should have been me.
If you stream If Looks Could Kill right now, just like watching the Ring movie, you're gonna get a call. It's from Richard Grieco, and in 7 days he's gonna come to your house. Because he's just so happy somebody knows who he is.
Yeah, gotcha. I hear Richard Grieco is booking himself as a Richard Grieco lookalike for parties nowadays.
Hey, that movie also has Gabrielle Anwar. Nobody remembers her, but she was fine.
Oh, Gabrielle
Anwar. Yeah, there's the whiteness in Mike. Yeah.
No.
She was French.
She was Burn Notice. Burn Notice. Right?
Oh yeah, that's right. She was on Burn Notice.
Yeah, she rocked it. That was a great.
It's so funny. I googled Richard Grieco and like if Looks to Kill was the first thing that popped up, and then 21 Jump Street.
Because those are the two things he did. Bro. But then
it's
again,
funny.
Why do more if you nailed it?
You see a picture of him now. And he's 55 now. He's gone from If Looks to Kill to This Is What Death Looks Like.
You know what's even worse, man? He got cut from 21 Jump Street, the reboot movie. He had a scene in there too.
He did 22 Jump Street.
He did 22, but you imagine, 22. Poor guy. He was I'm going to get my 21 Jump Street check.
This is how bad it is. I missed this. The most recent story on him is 2019. Richard Grieco breaks down during airport bus for public intoxication.
Wow.
I don't think Richard Grieco has the money to fly.
I'm adding that movie to my list.
He was there begging outside.
Yeah. Hey, Ken, you're not going to like it, but you're going to love it.
If Looks to Kill, I got it.
There's a couple franchises they should never try to redo. A couple movies that, in my opinion, were perfect. I think me and Miguel talked off air. It was Back to the Future. Perfect movie. Don't redo it. Yeah, Three Amigos. Don't do that movie over again. Oh my God. No one's going to do it.
And don't be like, we're going to cast it weird. It's going to be 3 women or 3 Spanish. Let Three Amigos be.
I hear they want to do another version of Little Shop of Horrors, which there's already been 2 versions. Jack Nicholson was in one, which was great. But I think when you look at it, man, the last one was Steve Martin. Has to be like perfect. Why would you even put anything?
Great. Yeah, it was great. It really was, man.
I don't think I've seen that movie all the way through. I'm adding that Little Shop of Horrors to my list.
Dude, this is what you should have been doing the entire pandemic. You should have just been watching movies, catching up.
I've been watching all Marvel movies.
I want a wild director to be like, we're going to redo Schindler's List. It's in the future.
no, Schindler's List, but slaves.
Yeah. You know what should be redone because they're horrible? All the Medea movies. Just redo them.
Yeah, they should redo all the Medea movies with Martin playing Big Mama.
No, it would be Adam Sandler and a fat suit. Hold up.
No. Hey, Tyler Perry, me, Mike, and Miguel had nothing to do with that.
Hey, thank you guys once again for joining us on Real Last. We got to go. On behalf of Mike, Miguel, and Ken, and myself, James, we will see you guys next week.